It's not time to talk about lexical relations themselves. And I'll just start by talking about homonymy and polysemy. There are some comprehensive relationships between various senses of same phonological words. A word with two or more senses or meaning may be called an ambiguous word, and we know this ambiguity emerges from two sources, which may be known as homonymy and polysemy. A word with multiple possible meanings need not be ambiguous. It may simply be vague. We have already discussed about it. But in order to make this point clear, we need to understand the relationship of polysemy and homonymy between words. This relationship relies on the related or unrelatedness of the meanings between various senses of the same word. Homonyms are unrelated senses of the same phonological words. That means that the meanings of these words the sounds may be similar, but the meanings of these words would be different. They may be used in different spheres of our daily use, but they have same phonological sound, and however their meanings are different. Different types of homonyms can be identified based on their syntactic behaviors and spellings, for instance. To begin with, we'll look at the lexemes or the words with the same syntactic or grammatical category and with the same spellings. For example, the word lap is a noun, is the same syntactic category. It means circuit of a course, and a similar word with the same spellings, lap, that means part of the body when we sit down. So we make somebody sit down in our lap, or we put something in our lap. So L-A-P, lap, this word, both these examples in front of you are the nouns, but they mean different. They got the same spellings also. One is for one thing, another is for another thing. So we can say they may sound similarly, but they got two unrelated senses or meanings for themselves. Similarly, we have lexemes of the same syntactic category but with different spelling. And for example, we have words ring and ring. They have the same sound. They got the same syntactic category also, but they got different spellings. We have lexemes of the different syntactic category or grammatical category but have same spellings. For example, the verb keep and the noun keep. They both have different grammatical category. One is the verb and other is the noun, but they have the same sound, but they also have different unrelated senses. We have lexemes of different syntactic category and with different spellings also. For example, the word not, N-O-T, and not, K-N-O-T. So these are some of the examples of homonymy. Let's move to polysemy now. Polysemy is identified with the word relatedness. Among polysemous words, there is always the relatedness of meaning or senses as compared to the relationship of homonymy. Let's have a look at the meanings of the word hook. The various senses it is being used and has been recorded in dictionaries are in front of you. You can see number one is a piece of material, usually metal, curved or bent, and used to suspend, catch, hold, or pull something. Second one is short for fish, hook. Third one is a trap or snare. And the third one, which is used primarily in the United States, is something that attracts. So all these senses used for the word hook have some similarity, some relatedness of the meaning. I might give you another example, probably a simpler example for this. We use word foot with so many things: football, footnote, footwear. In all these examples, something is common in the meaning, something which is at the bottom. When we say footnote, footnote is a note which is written at the bottom of a page. Similarly, when we say footwear, something which is worn at the bottom of our body. So we can say that there is some sameness or relatedness of the meaning of the words who are close to each other in the relationship of polysemy. Because of such closeness or relatedness, they are usually listed in the same lexical entity or category in dictionaries. However, there is a distinction made in lexicology between homonymy and polysemy, and that may be helpful for us to understand these terms further. I'll just sum them up. Polysemous senses are related and listed under the same lexical entity. Homonyms are treated as unrelated senses of a word and are listed under separate entities, or separate entries. So we can find the difference between polysemy and homonymy in the entries of a dictionary also. Distinction between homonymy and polysemy is not always clear. So, but if you want to dig deep, you can find this in your dictionaries. However, in general use of the language, the distinction between polysemy and homonymy may not be that clear.